Harlequin Audio is proud to bring you Hawk's Way, Callen and Zach, by Joan Johnston, a Harlequin bestsellers novel, performed by Corey Snow. The Headstrong Bride. Prologue. I'm so sorry about your father. Callen Whitelaw felt awkward offering sympathy to someone she hardly knew. At first, she didn't think the grieving man was going to reply. When he did, he said one word in a ragged whisper. Thanks. Callen tried to imagine Sam Longstreet crying with enough despair to make himself hoarse. She wanted to fold him in her arms and comfort him. But he was a stranger, even though he had been a neighbor all her life. She had known his father, E.J., better than she knew Sam because E.J. had come to Hawk's Way often to spend time with her father. Is there anything I can do? She asked. No. He hesitated a moment, then said, Maybe there is. I have to go to Amarillo on business. Maybe you could meet me there or have dinner with me. I could use the company. Callen was stunned by the invitation, which seemed to come out of the blue. Why would Sam Longstreet want to have dinner with her when he didn't even know her? Never mind, he said when she hesitated too long. She caught his arm as he started to turn away. Wait, please. I'll be glad to meet you. Just tell me when and where. He named a time and a restaurant, and then his attention was drawn by another rancher offering condolences. Callen thought about the invitation during the entire drive home with her family, wondering what had compelled Sam to reach out to her. Once she was home, she asked her eldest brother Zach about Sam. Zach admitted to only a passing acquaintance with Sam. Her other brother, Falcon, hadn't come home for the funeral from his ranch in Dallas, but Zach said he could speak for both of them. Neither of us knew Sam very well, Zach said. He was 2 years ahead of me in school, 3 years ahead of Falcon, so we didn't have any classes together. Zach was 34, so that would make Sam 36, Callen figured. He had seemed every bit of that, his features chiseled by wind and weather, his striking green eyes webbed at the corners by the sun, his wide mouth bracketed by lines, his shaggy chestnut hair streaked with blonde. It was a face aged by the hard life of a Texas rancher, and by the grief that sat upon his brow. Sam wasn't too good with the books, Zach continued. The football coach got tutors to help him pass his classwork so he could play. He was a great running back, as I recall, but he pretty much kept to himself. Was he good enough to play professionally? Callen asked. He hurt his knee in the state championship game. I guess he couldn't run fast enough after that to compete in college. He settled into work on the Double L after high school, and as far as I know, he never aspired to anything else. Why are you interested in Sam Longstreet anyway? He seemed so sad, Callen said. Stay away from him, Zach warned. He's a saddle tramp with a run-down ranch. That's unfair, Callen retorted in defense of a man she had just met. Just because the Longstreets don't have as much money as the Whitelaws doesn't make Sam any less of a man. He's never going to amount to anything. How do you know? If he was going to do anything with that ranch to improve it, he would have done it by now, Zach said. Not necessarily, Callen retorted. Maybe he and his father disagreed about what ought to be done. Callen knew she had hit a sore spot with Zach, because he and their father often disagreed about ranching methods. You're speculating, Zach accused. You're just mad because you know I'm right, Callen shot back. Her quarrel with Zach was loud enough to bring their mother, Candy, into the parlor from the kitchen. What's going on in here? She asked. Callen's got herself into a snit over that good-for-nothing at the Double L. Sam Longstreet is not— That's enough from both of you, Candy interrupted. Zach, don't you have some business with your father in his office? Once Zach was gone, she turned to Callen. Now what's all this about Sam Longstreet? I spoke to him at E.J.'s funeral, Callen said. He seemed so alone, Mom, and so sad. I wanted to do something for him, but I didn't know what. He mentioned he was going to be in Amarillo on business and asked me to join him for dinner. I said yes. Her mother arched a questioning brow, but said nothing either to approve or disapprove of what Callen had done. Yet Callen felt the need to explain herself. I couldn't say no, Mom.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?